Hey, welcome back to Learn BC. You're here with Jared, and we're in a series called Manufacturing Operations 101. I'm up to SOP-5. We've already covered some great SOPs about creating production orders, going and clocking and on and off, and we've already covered consumption. We're wanting to get into today into output. So the output on shop floor versus using an output journal in Business Central, and then the relevant put away that's applicable. And before we get started, please like the channel, subscribe, share this video, help us build this. Let's get started. Okay, so we're in this series, and it's really important to understand the context and the rules of a SOP. What's the trigger, the preconditions, the key principles? Then let's step through the procedure, and later I'll give you a visual cue and I'll walk you through it. Number 3 is, what are the outcomes? So what is the post conditions where it's all glorious, and what happens when it goes wrong? Let's talk through some of those things, and that way we can at least help empower you to do this better. Now, the context for output is this: a manufacturing operation is completed. So it's literally, as you do it, as you finish it on the floor, so it is done in the system. It's you're running two systems in parallel: the reality of life and your software system, and you need to keep them reconciled. So a manufacturing operation is completed and finished, and goods or sub-assemblies are produced and ready to put away. The preconditions is the production order is in a release status, which clearly, and the physical items have been produced. So the principle here is this: accurate output. Record exactly the exact quantity of good items produced. This updates the inventory and makes available for sale. Further, immediately put it away. Your warehouse team have to go finish the put away. So the put away is created automatically once you create the output. So move the items to the designated storage bin or the next operation immediately after outputting. Critical warning: do not output more than the planned quantity without authorization. Ensure all lot and serial numbers are accurately recorded at the time. Super important. So the procedure when we're working on shop floor is you select the particular operations you're working on. You click output, click the quantity. You confirm the scrap quantity. If you have scrap from this and you've caused or created scrap and you need to write things off, it needs to actually go in here, and then you click register. It is so simple. I go through workshop after workshop with people thinking this is so flippin' complicated, and it's not. It's just about simple SOPs, simple procedures, and repetitive business. That's all it is. Now, if we're doing this in Business Central, so in the console, you open the output journal, select the production order and the routing line, enter the output and scrap quantity, and post to the journal. Now, regardless of both of them, you've got to put away, and you need to complete your put away. When we look at exceptions and post conditions, so the output, if you output the wrong quantity, don't attempt to fix it with a negative output. Notify the supervisor. Let's actually fix this. So it's a management thing. They can decide how to fix that. The item requires a lot serial tracking. You must assign or scan the serial numbers before posting the output, or it will block you, okay? And the last thing is the put away bin is full. Well, temporarily place the items in an overflow bin and perform an ad hoc move to turn around, and that's your SOP warehouse 007 in the system to reflect the actual location. So post conditions, finished goods is increased in the system. Cost is finalized. The items are physically moved to the designated put away bin. The item ledger and value entries are created, and you are clear. Like, if we can do this with what we do every day, as we finish, we output, we've got a healthy system. Let's go take a look at Business Central. All right, here we are. We've got a couple of windows open here. I have Business Central, the release production orders to my demo order. I have my output journal, and I have shop floor. And with shop floor, I'm just going to turn my scanner on and sign in. And we're going to go find that order just here that I should be clocked onto. And so from the last step, I'm going to clock onto it. I currently have shop floor configured that you can only output on the last step, just due to the way that this environment manufactures. Now, clearly you've got your consumption there, and this is just a demonstration, but output is quite simple from shop floor. When you're in your operation, you finish what you're doing, okay? This is separate from completing the operations. It's called output, and it creates inventory. So if I click output here, it says it's expecting 25 out, okay? How many am I outputting? And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna do 23, and 2 of them were scrap. Why is that? It's due to defective material, okay? So this actually takes into consideration not only the output, but the scrap component that should be taken up when you're posting an output journal. So I'm going to hit register. Are you sure? Yes. And there we go. I've actually created the output just there using shop floor. I'm now going to take a look at Business Central and what it looks like from an output journal. So here I am in the output journal. It needs my order number, which I just type in. I have one item on the order. If you've got multiple lines on the order, you would select the relevant item that you're creating an output for. And what is the operation where you've outputted? And I'm going to the last, and I'm going to tab through. And what I'm interested in is what is the output quantity, and I'm going to say 23, okay? And to emulate what we did on the shop floor before, I'm going to go create another line. So just go back to the beginning, and I'm just going to copy that down. And now I'm going to put in scrap quantity 2, and I have my scrap code here, which gives me my scrap reason codes, and I'm going to say due to defective material. This here should be able to preview, and that will post. Let's go post that output. Are you sure you want to post the journal lines? Yes. The point out of this for the shop floor is to use the output button as you output in your operation. So as you do it, so it is. And the idea is that shop floor just simplifies what you have to do. You don't want to be going in Business Central doing output journals. That's just crazy. What you want to do is you want to turn around and go and be able to execute an output and be done. And we have different clients have different scenarios. For example, we have an extension that when you output it posts, and when it posts it prints the item labels out. So at the output station we actually have a Zebra label printer, and it just prints out a 10 by 10 label or whatever size label you've configured in the system, and that then gives you the ability, and it's just quick. It's like output, you'll count to 5 and goes and there's your stickers, and you can now label those 23 items that were just outputted. Now I want to bring your attention in Business Central to the put away. We now have a put away created. I'm not going to complete the put away, but I want to show you what it looks like. In Business Central, we can see we've got a put away 12, which is a production output as the source. If I click on it, it's going to show me the 23 components. We're being told to output to a particular bin, all right, particular for this put away. Now this would be done on InsightWorks WMS, and we've already got a SOP for that in your warehouse management SOP. So the idea here is, as you've outputted, you notify the warehouse, they come pick up the goods, which could be on a pallet, could be stacked ready to go, and the warehouse operator just comes and forklifts that away, takes it and puts it in the relevant bin.